welcome to another Quickfire Friday. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter. Before I start today, I would like to just give some thanks to the overwhelming response that I had to my steampunk journal. The response has been absolutely fabulous. The comments have just been so lovely, and I'm just really grateful to everybody who's taken the time to support my channel and watch the video and make comments and things, which was lovely. I really enjoyed doing the journal, and it's really nice when things like that are appreciated. So thank you very much, and welcome to all the lovely new subscribers who came over to watch the video. I'd also like to give special thanks to Amanda from Scrimping Mommy. Amanda is so supportive of her design team, and not only to her design team but to her followers as well, and her own subscribers. She gives an awful lot and doesn't ask for anything in return, and I'm just very grateful for her support. So thank you very much, Amanda. It really is truly appreciated. So today is all about basically the leftovers that I had from doing the journal, and I thought Amanda did this is gonna be another design team project, but it's just a quick one, and I've already made the bits up. There is a little bit of a story behind this. I have done a video which showed you actually making these items up. Unfortunately, it didn't record properly and I've lost the whole lot, so I'm kind of doing a video off the back of that, really. But Amanda has recently done a mini folder tutorial, basically, which includes these miniature file folders, and then the ephemera to go with it as well. And whilst I'm not going to be using these bits of the ephemera, I thought these would lend themselves really nicely to the bits of leftovers that I do have, and I can also use some of these little embellishments as well. So that is what today's video was about. All I'm going to do now is just show you what I've actually produced from them. So probably it's just as well, because the video did end up being about 40 minutes long and it's supposed to be a quick fire video. So just so that you can see, these were all the bits and pieces that I've been working with. And I also had some of the little mini, oh, they're here, some of the little mini pages left over as well. I didn't manage to use all of them within the journal, so I just had a few of those left over as well. So what I did was I put all of those little bits and pieces together into the little mini folios, which Amanda very kindly provided the opportunity to do so. And what I've come up with are these 4 little ones, which I just think are just gorgeous, aren't they? Now, I haven't glued them in the same way that Amanda showed in her tutorial. I think one of them is glued in the same way and the others are slightly different, so each one of them is slightly different. This no, not that one, this is the one that I glued in the same way that Amanda did. I've got the little pocket there, although I think I've put the pocket on the other, because I think Amanda's pocket was on this side and I've put the pocket on this side, and in there I just put a little faux postcard, which is very cute, and then in there there's a little top pocket in there, and I've just put the little bingo card in there to add as a little tuck in, and another one of the little faux postcards as well. So that makes one little folio there, which I just think is just so lovely, isn't it? And I don't know if you can see, I just decorated it with some of the backgrounds on the steampunk journal. I've used a little piece of the mini page. I've used this from the Pretty Paperclips collection, and this is actually part of her mini folio collection, which is on, let me just show you again, which is actually on this sheet here. So that was the little butterfly off of that sheet there. So that's what I've done with that. And then on the back, I literally just put a little piece of the backing on the back there. So that's that one. And then I also did this one, which I glued completely wrong. I didn't take very much notice of what Amanda was doing quite clearly, although I did get one right and then I forgot what I was doing. So yeah, I kind of glued it all together. But what we have ended up with is 2 little pockets. I used one of the little mini pages as a front pocket, just with a little indent there, little thumb notch there. I put another one of the little, oh, I just creased that, another one of the little mini pages into the pocket itself, and I used another one of the little faux postcards to embellish with, and another little one of the little guest checks on, or sorry, one of the little guest checks that come with that with the little kit. So oh, let me put these in first or I won't be able to see what I'm doing. So those are very cute. So they just slot in, they do slot in, unless you're watching. There we go. So that just slots in there. That one goes in there like so, and then the little guest check just slots into there. So that's, oh, I've put it in too far. Come out. There we go. So that's that one. So that's those two. And then these two I've done very slightly different. Amanda did suggest that you can cut them in half. So these, that's all one, and you fold them twice basically to make that. But Amanda did say, you know, that she did suggest you could cut them in half and just use them as proper index files effectively, which is what I've done with these two. So with these two, I've used the little paper clip just to hold them together, and inside I did print on the back of them so that they are decorated with tea-dyed paper on in the back, and then inside I just put a couple of little the faux postcards, so that you've got a nice little surprise. You could put anything in them. You could put a little letter in them. You could put something with a little bit of journaling space in them. You could do anything with them. Then on the front of this one, I've just put a little belly band with the little file tag and a little rose from Amanda's kits. And then I just slotted the guest check in there, and then in the pocket itself I made a pocket just out of the background, and in the pocket I just put in one of the little clocks from the Pretty Paperclip collection and just slotted that in there, which just peeks out very sweetly above there. And on the back of that one I just used up some of the papers that I had left over from the journal, and I put a little bit of backing on there, and I used one of the number plates there, and I've just added one of the little numbers from this little free print off of Amanda's just to add that there. So that's what I've done with that, and that just closes up so that it doesn't flap about with a little paper clip, which is very cute. So that's that one. And then the final one, similar thing, on the back of this one I put another one of the little mini pages just as the backing. I've used one of Amanda's labels and one of her, well, both of her labels actually, one of her words from the, I think that was from the word soup, but I think she also did it in one of her challenges as well. The number 19 from her own labels. And then in the front here, let me just take this one off, I've done a little pocket, a little banner pocket at the bottom of the space there. I've used that little section there. That's just off a little cut off I had from one of the sheets. I've used one of Amanda's labels to embellish with, and another one of the little mini pockets, mini pages that I did, so they just slot in there. And then when you open that up again, you've got room there to pop some things in. I've just put a couple of little postcards in there just to add a little bit of something when you open it up, that you've got something in there. So that's that one. So that's what I've done with my little bits and pieces. I'm really sorry I'm not able to show you the full video. To be honest with you, it's probably not a bad thing, because I got into a bit of a 2 and 8 when I was gluing them together. I couldn't remember how she'd glued them together, and I had to go back and watch the video and have a look at it. So yeah, always have the video running if you're doing it for the first time, so that you can just check things out. And that's it. So that's what I achieved out of the little bits that I've got left over. I've still got lots of bits and pieces left over, which I will go on and make ephemera with in things like No Waste Wednesdays and things like that. But I just wanted to come on and show you today for a quick fire session what you can do with your little leftovers. So have a lovely Friday. I will look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow for Stash Busting Saturday. And yeah, I'm going to try and do something a little bit different tomorrow to move away from the steampunk journal. So have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.